as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jackson first play going to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the final tally. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They'll run on first down. Downing. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. The Ravens at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, this defense for the Rams very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
First and 10.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Jackson now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll try the left side. Downing. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Downing. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun, Jackson.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Working to put a drive together.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a keep.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Hey, look at this Baltimore defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Up the middle they go. Downing.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Jackson going to keep it. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Rams nothing.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down 10. Their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they would be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
An inside run with Jenkins. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
That's another Rams.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Give up the middle, Jenkins.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Barnes.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here we go, set. Cowboy, ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Malachi starts on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Nike, team.
They'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barnes. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Cougar 19.
He'll look to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and 3. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, I mean, down early here in this first half, I think they felt their backs were against the wall already, so they go for it on 4th and goal, and they're able to punch it into the end zone.
And they did a nice job there, feeling like their backs were against the wall, but going ahead and hunkering down and pushing forward and getting that score. That continues to give them an opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 more there and another first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Sit out.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over the 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Rams 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, here's Judkins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set. Cowboy in.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A give. Here's Judkins.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
180. Sit hot. 180.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
180. 180. Finish it. Sit up.
Jackson. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Up the middle they go. Dowling. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
180. Yo. Come on. UAA.
From the gun, Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw again is Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he is into the end zone for a
Baltimore touchdown. 14 yards. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead.
And here on third down, your number one goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 27, Rams 17.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 35, here's second down and 3. They'll give it to Jenkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
First down, right back to Jenkins to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
19 yards. First down, Rams.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Barnes.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
70 Lions.
Back to throw here.
Look at the big fella go.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Tucker Kraft.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now. 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Barnes. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
Puka Nacua.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Knox. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
DC ready? Alpha, sit on.
Throwing, Jackson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harrison. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a gain.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Harrison Jr. He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Jackson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Jackson.
And he's got it. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
At the 2-yard line.
Second down, goal to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Rams 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Here's 1st down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win